VE3 TRQ K1RQ returning. I think I keyed up. It takes a while for when you're on Star to go from transmission, even after you release your mic here. And I just didn't glance down. I realized that that was my fault. But anyway, I was just saying, I'll repeat what I said. My oldest son lives in Pensacola, Florida. So this is a time of year, well, usually come March, we'd go down there and stay down there a few weeks and do the things. Well, we did go down one year and did the Mardi Gras in New Orleans. It was just from Pensacola, it's just an hour's drive to Mobile, and then an hour, 2 hours to Biloxi, and 3 hours to New Orleans. All on following I-10, which I'm sure you're familiar with. And and you mentioned Quebec, and we used to live right on the border, up at Fort Kent, opposite Clare, New Brunswick. And we were a skiing family with a small hill in Fort Kent. But come springtime, we used to go ski at the closest one was Mont Camille, which was on Mont Camille, the mountain is right behind Rimouski, and fantastic view from the top of the hill to the summit, because you could look, St. Lawrence River there is probably about 20 miles wide, and then another place we'd go ski would be Mont Saint Anne or Mont Saint Anne in Saint Anne de Beaupré. We'd drive all the way up to Saint-Romuald, cross the bridge over to Saint Foy, and then get on the highway that would bring us all the way to St. Anne and go ski. And but that's I'm very familiar with that area. As a matter of fact, when my wife and I got married, our honeymoon was in Quebec City, and that's my favorite city in North America. We used to go to hockey games there back in when the Nordiques had a NHL hockey team in Quebec City, and we go to hockey games there. But then they moved to Colorado and changed their names and everything, and but anyway, yep, it's pretty tough up on the northern border right now because with the border being closed, so many people have relatives on both sides, and some of them in the summer with their camps at lakes in Canada and vice versa. So it's
yeah, K1ORQ, VE3TRQ. Yeah, Phil, some of my favorite memories of trips are going through Quebec City and Rimouski and going around the Gaspé Peninsula and taking the ferry across to New Brunswick and then heading off down into Maine and so on. We here anyway, we're pretty tightly coupled with, for commerce and so on, with Detroit and Buffalo and so on. We tend to go there all the time, and many of us really miss not being able to do that. It's been kind of tough, especially for the border merchants and so on. They're hurting really badly, and we all want this to be over so we can get back to normal, which for me anyway, being retired, is doing a bit of traveling and enjoying especially warm places in the winter. And I really do have to get out to the two eastern islands in Canada. I have never been to PEI, and I've never been to Newfoundland. Been everywhere else in the country, and probably been to every state in the U.S. as well, but including Hawaii. I would like to get back to doing that. I really kind of miss it. Maybe once we're all vaccinated and everything settles down, we can start doing those things again. But I'm afraid it's probably a year from now before everything really gets back up to the way it should be. K1ORQ from VE3TOM, back to you, Phil.
VE3TRQ, K1ORQ. Yeah, and then what I thought it had been in the news, it was going to be start up again last summer on Mount Desert Island, which is about an hour east from here at Bar Harbor. They initially had a ferry called Blue Nose, and it would run to Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, and they were going to open up. They called it the Cat. It's a big catamaran car ferry, and that was going to start last summer again, and we were looking forward to that because it's kind of neat. You can either go and come back, or go and drive around and come back through the Brunswick and that. But it's kind of sad in a sense, but I think Canada is handling this so much better than the States, with all the politics involved here and the mindsets. I believe Canada is going to beat this before we will. Right now, we watched the graph, and it's going down. My wife and I have had our first shot. We had the Pfizer, and this coming Thursday, we're going for shot number 2. So right now, we're supposed to be assuming that we're 85% protected, and then we'll be in the upper 90s with the second one. So I have a son that lives in northern Vermont, and he's right near the border, and we haven't been there for over a year now. So hopefully with this, and we'll have our shot card. So apparently, I've read Vermont, if we arrive and we've had our inoculations, we don't need to quarantine, and we'll have proof with us. It's almost like a passport to show that you've been, you're safe. They can open the door and give you a room and accept your credit card. But anyway, it's, yep. But I'm lucky here. Like I said, we used to live on the border, but we moved down here in 2012 to be near the only son we had, the state of Maine. And he's got a camp at a lake an hour north of here. It's rather remote and very nice. A lake called South Branch Lake. And matter of fact, they're there now. It's school break here. And they're doing their things, but they've got friends over and that. So it's a younger crowd. So we're just not going over. If it's just my son and he's got 2 daughters, we'll go, but when they have friends and that. But we're just hoping that after next week, and I guess the waiting period.
K1ORQ, VE3TRQ. Well, you know, Phil, I think that the U.S. is beating us hands down with getting shots into people's arms. We, of course, as a country, don't have the ability to produce our own vaccine, so we have to depend on other places to supply us that stuff. And I think we've only got about a couple of % of our total population inoculated at this point. So it's definitely going to be a bit before things are back to normal here. I'm the older part of the demographic, so I'll probably get a shot sometime in April. But there's going to be a lot of folks who will be waiting until well into the summer before they get anything. And, well, I'm certainly looking forward to just going back to normal. I miss going out to a restaurant whenever I want. I miss going out shopping whenever I want. It's, being retired, I don't have to worry about going to work, and I don't have to worry about getting a paycheck and so on. But, well, it is what it is. Well, I'm going to head off. It's time to sort of help the XYL get dinner on the table and get it ready. It's been nice having a chat, Phil. I hope that your second shot isn't painful or anything like that, and it gets you into the place where you need to be so that you can do the things that you'd like to be doing with the people you'd like to be doing it with. K1ORQ from VE3TOM. 7-3, Phil. Nice having a chat.
VE3TRQ, K1ORQ returning. Well, Ted, yeah. Well, it's just, I never mentioned that. I am retired too. I'm going to be 75 in May. My wife just turned 70, and the reason here in Maine, that was we got in on there when they started giving shots at the Eastern Maine Medical Center, and it's at a cross center in Bangor. That's a brand new venue where they have concerts and basketball games and whatnot. And it was all done on computers, and I got word from my son that it had opened up. And I tell you, it was, if you weren't computer savvy, their website was a little bit hard to maneuver, but I was able to get us in. And but now, this past weekend, they were even advertising. They had extra shots for today, and if you were over 70, it was just a matter of call in, and we'll have you come in. You couldn't walk up; you had to register prior to. But anyway, at least that side of it, yes, it's good. But it's the rest, as far as wearing masks and that. We still have a lot of people here, even in the state of Maine, that don't believe in that. And they're still, well, they're still calling it a hoax. So it's all politics. We just try to stay under the radar and be safe. But anyway, it was good talking to you, Ted. Thanks for coming back. And enjoy your evening and your dinner. And it was nice chatting with you, too. VE3 TRQ. This is K1ORQ 73s. Till next time.
7-3, Phil. VE3TRQ here.